Post Podium family, y'all not gonna believe this, but Highmark Stadium is creating a new type of fan you won't even like. And we're gonna talk all about it tonight on the Post Podium Podcast. Let's go.
Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I plan is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and me. Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo don't make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
Yeah. Down goes Frazier.
Wow. Okay, I have no idea how that even happened. Remove that. Can y'all hear us okay? This has got to be a StreamYard issue. Yeah. Hi, Mike, high tech, man. You might have to give me a call, or I'm gonna call you afterwards. We got to figure that out.
Figure it out.
Literally, yeah. So I don't even know if y'all saw the intro. Like, it started the intro, and then I clicked it, and the little loading circle started going, and the whole thing just turned transparent. I don't know. Anyway, we back. All right, look. I'm sorry if we didn't get the intro there, but here's the deal. A lot of stuff to talk about. We don't have a lot of time because we don't have 3 hours this time. We only actually have 2 because Keys is back on his regularly scheduled program at work. So let's get to it. Bro, how's your weekend?
Before the weekend, I got a funny story to tell you.
Sure.
Actually, 2, but real quick.
2.
So you know how we solicited for the 1,000? I feel good about the 1,000. The
1K. Yeah.
Okay, so we know Laura's the first lady of the PPP.
1,000%.
I think we got another title.
Another one?
Yeah, you call us the what do you call us? The family.
Yeah.
Every family has a mother.
Yeah.
I'm nominating my mom after Friday.
You might what?
I'm nominating my mom after Friday.
As the PPP mom?
Yeah. Because she was serious. What? She was calling names. Yo, are y'all subscribed to the show? Are you subscribed? Did you subscribe to this? Oh, she called T. What made it so bad, I called my mom after the show.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. I'm like, what's wrong, Mom? She was like, oh, I was about to say, I thought it was somebody. I was going to say, did you subscribe to my son's show yet? I'm like, dang. You was going to answer with that? The lead off? After that, cemented.
You know how it goes, man.
Cemented. I'm scared to call my mom now because I might have kissed the ring. I don't know.
Wow. I listen, I'm with it. If that's how it ends up being, bro, so be it. Listen, I love your mom, dude. Like, she is one of the realest people I've ever met, but she's also one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
So if that's gonna be the mom of the podcast,
that's the podcast.
That's
mom,
what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. And y'all better fall in line. Cause you
don't want to feel the wrath.
Yeah.
So forget it. Just I don't remember none of that.
So what's the next?
The second thing is we almost didn't have a show today.
You right.
Oh, okay, but see, right. Mine was different.
Okay.
Somebody hurt my boy Hart. All I know is
hurt his heart.
All I know is I was about to get
who we fighting.
It was about to be a big thing. I was about to get me a Minecraft login and terrorize little 9-year-old son. Terrorize him because my son was like. They burned my house down. I said, oh, who with it? I was about to be home on the show, but like, yo, anybody got a Minecraft? We're going to form a clan. Anytime this kid do anything, we taking everything. We taking everything from the boy. She was like, I'm about to figure out how to play this game. She was looking stuff up. How can we burn stuff? How can we steal? I'm like, yeah. But I told you, I said, he ain't me because I play for keeps.
Yeah.
I said, first day of school, I've been like, yo. Remember that day on Minecraft? What was that all about? First day of school, face-to-face, mano-a-mano. What was that about? I said, to take it even further, leadership day in June, I'll be like, yo, your parents. I heard your boy like that still on fire, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You better watch himself going up steps.
Because what is on?
You know what's funny about that, bro? Like, and I mean, Ray's here at the studio with us, but he doesn't really play online that much. Mm-hmm. Like with a bunch of other people, like he'll be on Roblox and stuff like that. But a lot of the games that he plays is like, stuff where people can't really do that kind of stuff to him. You know what I'm saying? And rivals, forget about it. Nobody's doing that to him. Like, nobody is doing, because he like single-handed. We have to play the game in what's called Ray. What's that mode that we take away the sniper on? No, not ranked. The one where you could vote off certain weapons. Okay, well he's like
you right.
Sure, he's the expert. But anyway, we have to play ranked mode where you can X out certain weapons that people can't use.
Yeah.
Just so he won't get access to a sniper, because if he does, it's a wrap for everybody. We played regular ranked mode where he had a sniper this past weekend. Like it just. We couldn't do that. Fun. We couldn't, and it, like me and Allie was on the same team. Usually, when me and Allie play on the same team, like we're really good.
Just practicing.
It didn't matter.
That's why he's standing smiling right now.
Yeah,
he like y'all can't see him. He like
he knows he's a demon in the game. But not only that, he'll find little subtle ways to edge the game in his favor. And here's an example. So he came out and told us this eventually, but. In the kids' playroom, there's a TV, a PlayStation. He usually hangs out in there and plays Roblox Rivals with us on his tablet. So what he was doing was he would log into Roblox on the PlayStation and on his tablet, and then spectate us on the PlayStation while he's playing us on the tablet.
Yep.
And he could see exactly where we was, all that kind of. I'm like, yo, like you're 9, bro. You're not supposed to be a mastermind at this game like this to this level right now.
They take it to the extreme.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna have to worry about this too.
Nah. They don't beat in a weekend of monster though. That's all that is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But man, listen, I've never played Minecraft. You let me know if I need to start an account.
I got you.
And we
ride at dawn.
That's right.
The cavalry. And real quick, weekend wise, Laura's always asking what you doing the weekend. I have nothing because I'm boring. I've realized this now. So I ventured out because we were having a good conversation about wings.
Okay.
And I realized that I like what I like and I like where I like, and I don't go anywhere else. So I'm like, man, I got to. So Friday, my fat soul went to not one, but 2 places.
Okay.
We went to Adolph's, which is down in the First Ward.
Okay.
And then we went to Kelly's Corner. Never been either one of them.
Where's Kelly's Corner?
Delaware, and it's right. It's like right over here.
Really?
By the Y, right past the Y. Like right there past the Y.
Like past Kenmore?
Yeah, going towards downtown.
Oh.
So like, yeah, it's like right there.
Okay.
So I can tell you, I give a slight edge to Adolph's. Okay. Kelly's Corner, they cooked the chicken better. Like it was tender, nice and whatever you want to call it, not a tough chew.
Okay.
But they don't, the sauce is weak. You wouldn't like it because I got medium thinking, I don't do hot. I was thinking medium. Didn't taste it. It was like a light mild. Adolph's, it was a sticky sauce that it was medium, but it was medium. So hot would be hell.
And this is like Adolph's you're talking about?
Adolph's is hot.
All right, I gotta check them out.
But the Adolph's, if you like sticky, saucy wings, Adolph's is your one. If you like the tender, I mean, they weren't bad, but Adolph's has, and they have more of a variety of sauces as well. Because I think Kelly's Corner has like 4. They got hot, medium, mild, and barbecue. Adolph's had, mesquite and all this other stuff. So what I liked about Adolph's right away, I walked in and they gave me the box with the little chicken on the top. And it said time for wings or whatever. And it was greasy and saucy. See, that tells me right there, I don't give a damn about presentation. Listen, this box is going to be it. This is it. Have it. Yeah. And, Kelly's Corner, it was okay. They just gave you two styrofoam containers in a black plastic bag. I think T said Adolph's was better. Obviously, the Kelly Corner was cooked better, but Adolph's was the better wing.
Okay.
So they win that one. And then she said, my stomach hurts. I'm done with your wing extravaganza. So it's all me from here on out. It's all me. I'm going to go to maybe 9/11 and somebody give me another one. I should try. Maybe next week.
I like this. Start your channel early, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get because I mean the goal is to travel and check out all. Oh, so that's our new venture when we retire. We're gonna be traveling around, going to different restaurants, and just eating a bunch of food.
Yeah,
and living it up.
Let's do it.
Yep. All right. So
yeah, we know, Laura. She's like, I can't wait to talk about the new stadium. We're gonna. Yeah, we know. we know why. I told Abe earlier today. This is one of the first times we really got together. Well, we didn't get together. I said, it's your show today, dog.
He totally texted me exactly that. Like, the folks want to hear what your experience at the stadium was, so we just gonna focus on that. No, I mean, yeah. So my weekend was pretty quick. We had the Post Podium Podcast fantasy draft, and you definitely did not make it.
I was asleep.
Yep. And that was 6 p.m. Everybody, 6 p.m. He was still asleep.
I fell back. I woke up at 7:48. I looked at my phone. Laura's like, "You okay?" I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I got some scrubs. I was trying to work through that earlier today. I was like, yeah. Like I got IR, huh? Okay.
The autofocus on your camera.
It's like you're bleak, huh? Just like your team.
Yep. So that was probably the most peaceful part of the day. Or the weekend rather, because everything else was a whirlwind. Saturday, I went to go see the new Spider-Man movie. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay,
I'll say this: it was the closest any Spider-Man movie has gotten to the actual gritty, grounded, soapy kind of vibe that Spider-Man stories typically have. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spider-Man stories in general are not like the Avengers where everything is just so grandiose.
Yeah.
Everything is street level, grounded, emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like
Aunt B, or wasn't it Aunt what? Aunt May? Aunt B? What's
Aunt May?
Aunt May. Yeah.
So I there were a lot of nods to, like, you know, old stuff in the comics, and a lot of it's just a very good story. It's because I don't want to ruin it. Like,
he didn't ruin it. He just told you what you see already.
Yeah.
Say him said stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go see it, bro. As soon as you can, go see that.
I'll tell you about it because I didn't go see it. T and Ken saw it at the drive-in weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think they liked it. But
that's kind of crazy because it only came out last week.
Then that's when it was. Okay. That's when it was.
But yeah, so I went and checked that out, and then I was home for about an hour before we had to head out for Allie's softball game. And I'm pretty sure her team won. We had to leave a few minutes early to get to the stadium. We ended up getting to the stadium about 7:00. And then it was just Content City from there. I was just shooting, to walk in, and took a bunch of video and stuff like that. So I'll be working on that the rest of the week and try to get that out by week's end. Mm-hmm. But I mean, let's go ahead and dive right into that. I mean, first,
Joey,
go ahead.
It's a whatever we're talking about show. That's what it is.
Yeah. Wait, what did he say?
Is it a sports talk show, or let's talk about what we did this weekend?
Oh yeah, no.
Whatever we talked about is what we're going to talk about.
Pretty much.
We're going to let you guys know us, and we're going to know you guys.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah.
I get it. And here's the hard part with that, because there are a contingent of people that want to hear, regular stuff talked about on the podcast, especially when they're getting to know us. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what we like about this format.
Yeah, and that's why we call it a family, because we're all just kind of getting to know each other and hanging out, and that's really the format of the show. We don't want to be, newsy and informal and stuff like that. Like, just, y'all fly on the wall, or y'all in the chat hanging with us. However you want to consume the content, we just want to hang out too. You know what I mean? And that's not to like wag a finger at Joey. I'm just kind of explaining our mind state on, the way we do the show, why we do it this way.
Yeah, when you work two jobs and don't have any free time, I'm gonna talk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk.
And I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Damn it! No. But I'll say this. To me, I put a lot of thought into the title of this episode, and I think by the time I get done presenting my case, there's gonna be a pretty strong vibe that people are probably going to consider when it comes to, going to every game. You know what I'm saying? And so let's start here. Let's start here. Because I titled my notes, is Bills branding in danger? Period. Okay. We had suite tickets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we get to the stadium.
He means SUITE. Sweet.
Yes. Yeah, we were in the suite.
Like, yo, you had some sweet tickets, right?
Yeah. No, they tasted great. But I didn't know just how good we had it until we left out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what I mean by that is we got the tickets for free through my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And originally I was just gonna go to the free practice that they're holding at the stadium. I wasn't gonna go to this one because I just wanted to see the stadium, and I was gonna, do the same thing, shoot some content, look around, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we get into the suite, and one of the things that I really appreciated that my wife commented on is when you get to the gate, it's just purely a check to make sure you don't have any weapons or any, anything bad on you or anything that shouldn't be in the stadium. And then once you get past that point, you're in now. Like you're in the outer stadium area. You can walk around and there's really nobody monitoring your activity after that. Right. Which it's nice because it didn't take us forever to get into that area like it usually does, but it did kind of raise the questions. Okay, well, what if somebody doesn't have a ticket and now they're just walking around the stadium? Like, how are you going to police that? How are you going to,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a weird thing that you can be outside of the stadium, but you can only get into the stadium like in the door if you have a ticket, right? And what I mean by that is, when you go into the stadium and through the suite entrance, which is the thing is gates 9 and 10, you go in. There's like a little vestibule area. It's a glass door, and then the suite entrance from door 10 or gate 10, whatever you want to call it, is the entry to go upstairs to the suite is to your left. So you go, and right at the door they got the little ticket scanner thing. So you pull the tickets up on our phone, scan. And you go up the escalator, and the first level you come to is nice in itself. You know what I mean? Like you got a nice mural and like artwork is all over the place in this building, and it's all really, really nice stuff. And you kind of get off the escalator, you go to your right, and there's another escalator there to go up another level, but I just kind of assumed like, let's start on this level because our seats are probably on this level. I didn't even consider, like I thought going up the escalator again took you to like the 300, 400 level. So I thought like more than just the people who had suite tickets were coming in that entry. No. I was wrong. So we go to our seats and we just kind of get a feel for everything, and the leg space was incredible, and I've heard from other sources, radio and whatnot, that's not the case throughout the entire stadium.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say I wouldn't be comfortable there. I'm like tis life. I'm never comfortable anywhere, so I'm used to it.
Right. So we get to our seats, and I'm just kind of, taking video of the stadium and all that kind of stuff. First thing I noticed right off the bat, and I was talking to Tommy about this last night, the scoreboards. You damn near need a magnifying glass to see anything going on. If let's say they show the play that's happening on the scoreboard while the play is happening. Everybody on that scoreboard is too small. They were showing the plays on practice. They were showing the players running the plays on the scoreboard. I had to get on my phone and zoom in order to see any of that stuff. And even then, because where we were sitting, it was kind of corner of the end zone, so we could see everything else. As far as like the scoreboard across, and then the scoreboard near us was like we'd have to like lean over to try to see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I had to look at this one that was across. Like people that sit in the middle, you got both. You kind of got your pick of the litter of which scoreboard you want to look at because there's two, but they're both the same size.
Yeah.
One is not bigger than the other. So the issue is going to be the same. If you're not there,
opposite side, you're in trouble.
Yeah. If you're not there with binoculars and you really can't see that well, you're in trouble.
Guilty.
Right? Now, here's where having tickets to the suite beats that game for you, because literally everywhere in the suite there's TVs.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but there's kind of cafeteria style areas where it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as sterile as a cafeteria. It feels like a living room area, right? Where there's tables and chairs. You kind of get that bar stool type of vibe and stuff like that. Big screen TVs all over the place. That's just on the first level that you come to in the suites area, right? When you go upstairs to the next level of the suite area, there's an even bigger area in the middle, and I think that's just on our side. I wasn't able to kind of walk all the way around to see the other side, but just on the side that we were on alone, there's this really large seating area where they got the higher table and chairs, but they also have these really nice couches, and not just couches, but like individual seats, you know what I mean? Like something like that, but just bigger and more plush, like really nice. And the way they had it set up, it was kind of like being in a living room, and you're in somebody's living. You go sit on the couch. There's a coffee table right there. In between the two single chairs, there's a little table right there where you can set your drink on, and a nice big screen TV right there where you could just sit back and watch the game, eat your food, or just have your boy sitting there with you. So if you don't want it, two things: if you can't see the game from being outside, you can come in there and watch it on the TV. You're still at the game. You get the live vibe, right? With the living room feel. And secondly, you beat the weather. If it's too cold or you just it's too hot or whatever, you come inside, you sit there and you chill and watch the game. You're still at the stadium. You can still stand up and go to the glass, because literally every area of the concourse in the suite is all glass. So anywhere you're walking, even if you're going to order some food or something like that, there's still glass within eye shot of where you are, where you can see a TV, or you can see the scoreboard, or you can see the field, right? So that stuff was very well planned. They even have seating alongside the glass behind where the outside seating is. So if you still wanted to watch the game like live in person, but eat and not have your food blow all over the place or get snowed on or whatever, you're inside. You're still right by the glass. You're still overlooking everything. The sight lines from that area are beautiful, right? It's nice. All of it is really, really nice in the suite area, right? And I was highly impressed with that. They even have a guy in the suites area, and I didn't check down in the regular concourse, but this is something the old stadium didn't have. They have people dedicated to just chilling in the bathroom, making sure everything's clean. All black uniform, just in there chilling, just moving stuff around, cleaning stuff, and I'm sure they come in there, regularly. But it looked like when me and my son went in, me and Ray, when we went in, dude was in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, and he wasn't really doing a lot. He was just looking around, seeing what needed to be done and doing it. You know what I mean? Super clean bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So that being my initial experience, was like, yo, new stadium is dope, right? But the one thing that I wanted to do when I got there is I wanted to get to the Highmark sign, which is on the 300 level, right? And this thing is this landing that they built there is absolutely beautiful. The sunset that we were able to catch when we got to that level, and we can, like the Highmark Stadium sign is there, but it's not covering anything, and there's kind of like a ledge where you can kind of walk up to and overlook, and you can see the parking lot, you can see the skyline, the city skyline and all that kind of stuff. Like, just beautiful scenic area, right? That was my destination thing. I saw that, walking up to the stadium, I was like, I want to get there, right? As soon as we got done, doing content and stuff like that in the suites area, and you walk into the regular concourse area, hot as a mug.
Yeah, as I heard.
Like,
there was no ventilation.
It was hotter than anything I've ever experienced in the old stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe how muggy, how sticky it all was. They had no kind of fans. They had none of that.
Yeah, I heard somebody told me they were promised ventilation and there was no ventilation.
None.
Yeah.
None. I was shocked, bro. The difference between the atmosphere in the suites and the atmosphere in the concourse is drastic, because when you're up in the suites, you have the artwork, you have the concessions being as pretty and as picturesque as it can look. Everything in that area feels like it's catering to the most comfortable experience possible. But when you get into that regular concourse down on the first level there, everything is, and not that this is bad, but everything is drinks, pay stations.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Drinks and pay stations, just in different areas. Some drink pay station areas you can walk into, and it's kind of like a little small convenience store within the stadium. But as soon as you grab your drink and turn around, pay stations.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little cooler area in the concourse just as you're walking, right? You go and you grab a drink out of the cooler, pay station right there. Like, it's like literally everything is just, we want to make your spending experience faster.
Yeah, I heard there was a $30 hold on stuff too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I heard they're putting $30 holds on all transactions.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Talking Buffalo said he went 3 times and he opened up his bank statement on Sunday and he had $90 worth of holds on this. Yeah.
I ain't even checked my account, bro, but like,
when you got it like that, you ain't got to, you see?
Rebel Soul said, yep, sounds like a stadium. Let me finish.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The concourse is only memorable or nice when you get to those areas like I saw on Saturday, where you can stand at a railing and watch the game standing up from the concourse area.
Right.
That's nice. But the value of that versus the value of some of the other comforts that could have been afforded, spending almost $3 billion now on that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's not just me making up a number. Go look that up. But just about $3 billion now has been spent on everything in that stadium. So having spent that much money on it, we couldn't get proper ventilation. We couldn't get, more, I would say more concessions, you know what I mean? Because the side that I walked, I didn't see much food other than the same stuff that was available. Now, mind you, I am being mindful that the bare bones nature of how everything looked could have been because they're not completely done building the stadium out.
The ventilation thing is probably because they're not done yet.
Right. And then B, it's just a practice.
Mm-hmm. So maybe turn everything on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They may not do all of that for the red and blue game.
Yeah. Had they not had peasants in there, then.
Right. Well, there's 50,000 people there. The stadium only seats
66.
what? 60? Yeah, 60.
Yeah,
so I mean, most of the people that are going to be there on a game day are there. So to me, regardless of whatever the reason is why they didn't do it, mm-hmm. This is the first impression people are going to have of your stadium. Mm-hmm. And
well, I think what it was too, when they first decided whether they were going to put this thing in that stadium or not, they said there's going to be a lot of places that are inaccessible because it's not done yet. So they did say that a while ago. So I'm thinking maybe there were some technological things that weren't up to snuff when they decided they were going to do this. And then they probably thought, it's not going to rain. It's not going to be that muggy. We can probably get by with that. And they were wrong. So, I mean, like you said, it's just a practice, it's the test run, that kind of stuff. Let's give them some grace on. But no, like you said, the first impression of the stadium, when you see the Buffalo, when you see the Highmark thing, you see all these seats going as far as I can see. Mm-hmm. They're like, they'll remember that instead. They won't remember the ventilation mugginess. They won't remember that they had hot dogs and somebody said the pizza was terrible. But then somebody else said that, I don't know what you have.
I heard. I didn't. I had water. I didn't eat anything there.
You can see. I told you got it like that. $9.54 water. But no, I know some people they said they had the pizza. It was horrible. But then some people said they had the Parmesan sandwich, the chicken Parmesan, and then Some people said the mixed drinks weren't that good. Some people said so.
I'm sorry, this is awesome.
No, I was just saying it just depends on your palate. It depends on what you're used to. It depends on what you're expecting.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sean. This is a great comment. Says I heard something around the lines of it's hard to build a great stadium for $2 billion when you got to pay a QB.
Where's Sean been?
No, not yet. Not yet. Reeves T is not available at the stadium yet. That's coming. So I'll say this. I think regardless of what the reasons are for why they didn't, roll the red carpet out for everybody, you still got to know as a business and as a brand that the first impression matters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part of this is there's already this charged debate, charged conversation, charged whatever you want to call it about the cost of the stadium, the type of stadium it is with it not having a full cover on it, just the canopy, so to speak. And kind of the expectation of the availability of the stadium for fans that are putting up almost half the cost. I mean, not now anymore, but here's the other part that I found out. PSLs as a concept are designed to help fund the construction of a new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not even, I used to think it was to try and recoup the cost of a new stadium or recoup the cost of the owner putting forth. No, the way it's explained from a general business standpoint is it's there to help cover the cost of building the stadium. So not only did they get people to spend anywhere between $2,500 and $50,000 for personal seat licenses, or I'm sorry, I wanted to start the point by saying this. Not only did we spend $150 million in tax money from everybody that's going to be paying out for this thing, but now we have to pay anywhere from $2,500 to $50,000 for a personal seat license just to have the ability to get season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that PSL money, based on the business structure and what was explained as far as the definition of a personal seat license and what it's for, is to help cover the cost of the stadium build. So we went from $850 million to however much people spent on PSLs. Add that in there. Right? And look, what I'm trying not to do is I'm trying not to sound like I'm nitpicking with the stadium, because again, the suite experience, some of the amenities that they added into the stadium, really nice. But when I'm thinking about an NFL stadium and I'm thinking about what is being called a state-of-the-art stadium, I didn't feel like I got state-of-the-art anywhere outside of the suite area. And I'm sure the box seats area is probably even better. Like, I didn't get to see the glass, shingle thing with the glass chandelier thing with the Bills logo in it. I didn't get to see that in person. I saw it in video and stuff like that. But I imagine something like that is probably in the box area, because it seemed like it was too nice to even be in the suites area, to be honest. Some of the stuff that was in the suites area was not as extravagant as I would have thought. Yeah. Right. But I'm saying all I'm saying to say, when you look at some of the other stadiums in the NFL, you begin to realize the base amenities that they have are far above and beyond anything that we're seeing in our stadium now. And I'm hoping that a lot of the reason for that is stadium's not done yet.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to compare it to. I've been to UB Stadium. I've been to Ralph Wilson Stadium. I've never been to any other NFL facility, so I don't know what they look like, in relation to what we have. Obviously, I haven't even been to this stadium yet. A stadium, I don't know what to expect. To me, when I hear that, I'm thinking shops, I'm thinking restaurants, I'm thinking, some kind of fan experience outside, which I'm sure they haven't even done. They didn't finish the walkway yet. That Highmark walk, whatever you call it. So I know, I heard people say, and I think I told you a long time ago, I heard people say that there's no way the stadium, because they found stuff wrong with it before. that they had to backtrack and go back and fix a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
that put them behind the 8 ball. And I'm sure there's still room to add on, room to change up. And the first year is never going to be correct. Stuff's going to be broken. They're going to fix this. They're going to figure that out, reimagine, whatever the case may be. We had a couple of comments on it before I go too far. Kind of funny. Let's see. Joey said they keep telling everybody that they're on time with the stadium, but they also said the stadium will open and things won't be finished.
Yeah. Yeah. So November 27th is the due date for all of the ancillary things that they still have yet to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think either Brandon Bean or
Gwelly.
I don't. It wasn't Gwelly. It was somebody else. It was. It might have been Ron when he was still there. But
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, November 27th is supposed to be the date at which everything is fully complete with the stadium. But what they said was even with that date being what it is, and even with the stadium, not being complete, all of the stuff that they're working on now is all like behind the scenes stuff that fans wouldn't really be around anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the interactionary, experiential things that fans can have in the stadium, that's already done, right? From the big screen TVs to the seating to the eating areas to the railings being in your way at the 300 and 400 levels, like, excuse me. All of that stuff is what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Nate comes in with the Nate-isms. He said, wasn't it like 85 degrees and 90+% humidity post Saturday night?
No, and that's the crazy part. Like once we got outside, it was fine. Even when we went up to the 300 level and we were at that landing area just below the Highmark Stadium sign, it was nice. You had a big open area where plenty of air could flow through. That was fine. But once you got down to that 100 level, like that's when it was ugly. Like it was just, ugh.
I wonder why. You never know.
I mean,
there's something going on because they're not going to just let that ride. I know. Yeah. I have no fear they're going to fix that. J-Ham, it's always probably going to be mid because people saw it being built and put in their minds what it was going to be.
I don't know if I would say that.
Maybe. I mean. Yeah. Maybe not you, but I've heard a lot of people talking about how, every beam that goes, everything, wow, they put that, what was it, Christmas tree on top? Yeah. And the expectation of it was like, oh, we on the map now. This thing can't be touched because it's newer than anything out there, and it's 2.5 billion or 3, whatever it is.
Did they not amp it up like that though?
They did. But see that goes to what J-Ham said about it's always be mid because they pumped it up, and it falls just short of where you thought based on their zeal for it.
Yeah.
And Sinkei, nope, can't do it. He says, so it's best to bring cash instead of Apple Pay. I'm pretty sure it's still paperless. So you probably got to pay with your card. Yeah. So they're taking you $30.
Yeah. No cash. The other part that I didn't like too is the pricing in the stadium is outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean for most everything, right? Most everything. Because I bought Ray a football there for, I think it was like $35. Mm-hmm. And it was just a regular kid-sized football. I know he's
you get your thumbs up.
It was a regular kid-sized football with all the NFL teams on it. Yeah. And but it was nice. And it was his first time in the stadium and that experience and all that. So here, fine, take it.
Mm-hmm.
But
he said, take it, sir.
5 wings. How much would you pay for 5 wings?
How much would I pay?
Yeah.
For 5 wings, $8. I'm thinking 5 wings there would probably be like 15 to 20.
25.
Yeah. Yep.
$25 for 5 wings.
Yep. And they weren't 8-offs. They weren't Kelly's Corner.
Definitely not.
Nope. They weren't even Buffalo Wild Wing. No.
Not even. I'm telling you, I some of the people that I talk to there, like it's not even, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Right? A t-shirt. How much would you pay for just a regular graphic tee at the Bills Stadium?
A graphic tee, how much would I pay? A Bills $20, but I'm thinking this thing was like 30.
60
for a t-shirt.
For a t-shirt.
Yep.
60.
Yep.
For a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
And it was just a pastel yellow, T-shirt with a Bills design on the front of it. In the Bills store on the 300 level. Just went through looking, seeing what was there. $60, bro. You know how much the Nickel City jersey costs?
Yeah, that's like, well, what did I see? Was it like 400 or something like that?
$225
Yep.
in the stadium.
Yeah. Tori said $25 for 5 wings. That's called felony robbery.
Yeah.
Embezzlement.
Yeah. Listen, $225 in the stadium. If you go on fanatics.com right now, you can get a jersey for $150.
Yeah.
And that's probably with tax, because I think it's only like 100 and 120, 130 bucks for a jersey.
Like I think I saw like 149 or something like
that.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe a little bit more than that, but double that in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There we go, Roy. Yes, sir. 5-pack T-shirt at Walmart, $15. I was just I'm like,
right. So I'll say this, and this is going to be the rare occasion where we're getting like the main topic out of the way early. But I want your thoughts on this, because as I begin to think about the course of all of these actions, not just the build of the stadium, but thinking about who this stadium is really for, right? And when you have to pay $25 for 5 wings, and you have to pay $60 for a T-shirt and $225 for a Nickel City jersey, right, that they're only going to wear twice, it gets you on this track of thinking, okay, who can afford that? Well, the city is currently on this mission to bring younger, more well-to-do people who are in tech or in medical, who are, making anywhere from $90,000 to $150,000 a year into the city to live. They want those people downtown. They want those people living and spending money in the city of Buffalo. That's what they want. Okay. Now, when you think about that group of people that are young and making good money and all that kind of stuff, the stadium fits what they would want to go to. Right. The Bills have now taken away tailgating during the game. You can tailgate beforehand, but you can't tailgate during the game. You have to go in, right? And you can only be in the parking lot if you have a ticket.
How are the parking lots? They have lines on the ground and everything. Was it?
No. From what I mean, again, we got there at 7, so most of the people were already like parked when we got there.
Okay,
but like leaving though, it was pretty smooth.
So so parking was pretty much still people's backyard, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So all of the parking that's available, like right up on the stadium now, is in the entry off of Southwestern. I think you can still get in off of Abbott, because you got to go down Abbott to get to the back side of the stadium, which is Big Tree. And there's another parking lot behind there. But those lots don't feel as big as the other lots used to feel at all. So I don't think that, because like the sign on the parking lot was like bronze parking, so you might have to even like have a season ticket or a permit or something like that to even park in that parking lot anyway. So they just probably figured this is going to be premium parking, and everybody's just going to park everywhere else and pay whatever private parking price they want them to pay. But that's, like getting out of the parking lot is easy because there's not that many people. The issue is you got all these people pulling out of private lots, so the traffic is still the same pretty much.
Oh yeah, I would expect it.
So,
yeah, but yeah, because T was like, "You want to we should take a ride down there?" I'm like, "No, no traffic, no."
Getting there when we got there though, there was no traffic. Like no. I went, I took Route 5 up to, I think it was Lake. I went up Lake to McKinley, took McKinley all the way down to Southwestern. It was basic traffic, just regular traffic, like no backups, no pileups, no nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. When we went to Adolph's, he had to go down the same way by Riverworks and all that stuff. So I'm like, this might have been a mistake. It was like 5 o'clock, 5:30. I'm like, I don't want to get caught in that traffic, but right in, right out, So
right.
You're right. I was actually surprised that there was not as much traffic as I expected down there.
So here's my main point: the people who can afford those prices are not the people who make up the heart of Bills Mafia. The franchise is most well known for the fans and how crazed we are. Players talk about it. Media talks about it. We built this. Okay? Not whoever the fan is that pays $25 for 5 regular wings that can't hold a candle to Barbell's wings, okay? Or even Adolph's, apparently, right? Whoever that fan is that's paying $60 for a shirt that it cost the Bills $6 to make is not going to go shirtless at the stadium in 15-degree weather while being snowed on because their PSL seats aren't covered by the canopy. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, it rained during this game. And I literally watched everybody who was crowded into those seats down right next to the field just immediately evacuate the entire area and just go into the concourse and stand there watching practice from the concourse.
Yeah.
That's not a good look for a stadium that wants to celebrate the fans, who want to be outdoors, who want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was big droplets of rain. It was stormish kind of rain. So it wasn't something that you can easily brush off with, oh yeah, I'll just put a poncho on, I'll be fine. Like, no, if you stand there during a game and it's raining like that, you are drenched.
I've been there.
And during the regular season, it's going to be cold when you get drenched. How are you going to feel about that?
Love it.
Apparently.
I know what you're saying, but you know, it's I was interesting. I was kind of hoping. Jeremy White said it on Friday, I believe, and I thought about it. I said, you know what? He's right. He said, I kind of hope it does rain on Saturday, so I can see what it looks like with the weather. Mm-hmm. You know, what's covered, what's not. How bad is it going to be?
My seats didn't get touched at all. No. Like that again, the suites experience is totally different from. And I guess if you're in the 300s, 300 and 400s are covered too. Yeah. You know, but again, those seats are so steep, you can't stand up.
Right.
It's like the old Aud used to be, where like if you stand up, like you're gonna get vertigo and you're gonna fall over. Like you better not. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have some leg space there, but you better not. Yeah. You better not.
There's
you know,
seatbelt, bring yourself a little strap.
That I'm surprised they didn't have that, bro. As far as high up as that stuff is,
rappel down.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
But yeah,
Jay Mills, they definitely should have built the dome, man. I like that. That's all there's to it. Like if they wanted this stadium to be for the people who were already going to the Ralph, this stadium would have been built a lot differently than it is now. Mm-hmm. And the amenities available would have been very different. The you know, having the dome and allowing fans to, you know, fully express themselves, be shirtless and tailgate and all that kind of stuff. But they are systematically creating a completely different environment for a Bills fan that is not the reason that this team became as popular as it is now. Mm-hmm. Bills Mafia became a thing before the Bills became the brand that it is now with Josh Allen and all that. The Bills were known for Bills Mafia during the drought and were popular for Bills Mafia, jumping through tables, spraying condiments all over the place, the tailgates, all that kind of stuff. That's what we were known for, and that is systematically being taken away as the primary focal point for the Bills brand, and it's being turned into, you're going to pay for literally the air you breathe in that place. Mm-hmm. And eventually what's going to happen, because this is the ultimate point that I'm trying to arrive at, if this series of events is not checked, monitored, regulated in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be a completely different Bills fan that gets shown on TV, that gets shown at tailgates, that gets shown anywhere, and it's not going to be Bills Mafia. We are not going to be represented in what gets shown about our team that we built, that we supported and sustained through the drought. The identity of the team is going to change. It's going to lose its original identity, and it's going to become something that can easily be moved from the city without losing attachment.
Yeah. And Jeffrey said he feels like we should hate on the stadium. That's crazy. I guess the stuff you said, I don't know anything about the stadium and hate on it. I don't think he's saying we're hating on it.
I think he said, I think he's trying to say we shouldn't. hate on the stadium. That's crazy.
I mean, it's one practice to me. I don't know why we hate on it until you see the real game.
No, I mean, realistically, and I respect your perspective, Jeff. If I can call you Jeff. And welcome to the show, by the way, because I don't think we've seen you in here.
No.
But what my critiques of my experience at the stadium is not hatred, it's perspective. And I've been very clear in where I'm coming from, understanding that I've not only been in the regular concourse area, but I've been in the suites. And I think most people who were in the suites would say, yo, grandiose time, great. But people who weren't were complaining about heat and all the other stuff that they didn't have.
Yeah, I heard a lot of complaining.
Yeah, like the general feel about the stadium for people who were in the regular areas is not good. It's not me hating. Hating would be everybody who's been to the stadium loves it, and I just find every single thing that I can find wrong with it. No, like
you just gotta watch YouTube. There's YouTube videos of people hating on the stadium. There's YouTube. There's regular press, Facebook, Instagram. There's shorts all over the place about how bad the stadium is,
he's proving my point right here, Jeff. You are proving my point. I was in the suites with my family and I loved it. So was I. I was in the suites and I loved it too. I shot some content while I was there, and I'm just shooting at, man, this is awesome. Look at this, man. The way this feels is this and that and the other. I'm buying my water. I'm talking to the lady. Lady's asking me how I enjoy it. I specifically said in the video, I'm just thankful to be standing here right now because this is awesome. This is awesome. But as soon as you step out of the suite area, it's a completely different vibe. And that's the part that I didn't appreciate that.
That's like where I want to be that you're saying. Like the purest, low amenities, like just meat and potatoes.
Yes. If you're a meat and potatoes person and you just want to go there to stand up all game and scream, then go to the regular areas, the 100s, the 300s, the 400s.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like this thing gives you the best of both worlds, I guess. I don't know what it's like being in the bowl because you didn't sit down there or stay down there any length of time.
They won't let you pass.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is like you don't have a advantage on this. What I'm saying, so I can't compare based on the stories. I have to hear somebody that's down there and got to experience what it's like to be there because I know. When I used to go to Mill and stuff like that, that was more the area we sat in closer to the field, and it was more the hard nose, the fan experience that you got on that end where you get the nitty gritty. But then you see the suites where they used to have the heated seats and the club level, and everything was orange, and it just depends on what you're looking for. I like to watch the game, so I mean, just to be there would probably be cool. But like I said, I still loved what the other one offered, so. It was all about the team for me. So I don't think I would hate on anything in the stadium unless it was too commercialized and too hoity-toity for me. I don't expect people to be passed out drunk 3 rows ahead of me anymore. But same time, I don't want Jeeves coming around with a hot towel and mixed nuts for me either.
I like this comment from Gerald. Says the benefits and value of the experience of the new stadium will be when the team is losing again. Will fans still go like they do, like they did to the Ralph, in spite of the team's losing drought? And that's a great point. And I mean, we got probably another 10 years before we even find that out. I mean, we're hoping Josh's career lasts that long. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I think that leads to this. He said, Steve says if some investor was smart, they would build a little mini $15,000 seat horseshoe stadium with a huge video screen with a parking lot for tailgating for us peasants to watch the game.
And put it where the other stadium was.
Yeah.
It's so big, except for the new stadium.
Or build one over alongside the water over there by Canal Side. Like make an investment down there. Like I'm willing to put up some money towards that. Like I
could play there, and then they have Sundays where they have this, and they have concerts.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Man.
And guess which one will make more money?
The one by the water.
Oh yeah, easily.
And immediately the one by the water. We can have vendors out there. Like there's a bunch of people in Buffalo that create their own Bills paraphernalia and stuff like
Wayne
that.
Fest there. You could have
Absolutely.
Mafia Con there. You could have. Think about it.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Like I'm down. If anybody wants to create a group to start organizing this to build a space where we can consume Bills games and stuff like that for real Bills Mafia and tailgate and have our own experience, I'm down. Let's do it. hit us up. The email, our email is in the description of this video. Hit us up. All right.
Mm-hmm. We need somebody that knows how to do this stuff.
I know some people.
Okay, well, he knows people. He's connected. I'm not. I just know I would like to go to this place where I'm accepted.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out. That's not the issue. Samtha does what Samtha does. He put in here somewhere. You get what you pay for, and I wanted to bring that up. He says you get what you pay for. I think that's kind of the reason why people are pissed, because we don't feel like we're getting $2 to $3 billion worth of value in our experience at the stadium. And however, the ownership of the team wants to justify the cost, that still has to mean something to people consuming the product. I can't charge. It's part of the reason I kind of have an issue with what iPhone does, because they basically give you the same product every year with no custom. Well, I shouldn't say no customization.
They put another camera on there.
Right. Like they usually change very little about the phone itself, but they put a new one out almost every year and expect you to pay $1,000 or more for that phone. Right. And with I have a Samsung phone. I only buy Samsung because Samsung makes a lot of the parts for iPhones, right? And so for me, I'm going to go to the supplier of iPhone's parts if I want a good quality phone.
iPhone ain't nothing but McDowell's, man.
Right. So, and I don't want to start that war now, because Laura's ears are probably smoking right now. But my point is this. If I value the ability to customize my own experience and to have the freedom of consuming whatever applications or whatever securities or whatever, whatever I want to, add to my phone or edit on my phone or whatever the case is, like Samsung gives me much more capabilities like that, on top of it being compatible with the operating systems of most businesses, which is PC. It's Windows. Most businesses operate on Windows, not Mac. Mac is a more personalized experience, right? And that's fine. If you want to pay the extra money to be a part of that ecosystem, do it. But if most of the world is running on a particular system, then I'm gonna do that. And the reason most businesses do that is because it's more cost effective and you get more bang for your buck, right? So I take the same approach when I'm thinking about my stadium experience. I'm paying, whether I wanted to or not. Kathy Hochul and the powers that be made a deal for me to have to pay towards $850 million. I didn't get a say in that, right? On top of that, I had a choice. I can pay for PSLs or I can just choose to sit at home. I chose to sit at home. Why? Because the value of sitting at the game doesn't mean as much to me, right? I don't need to be there live in person consuming Bills content. I can be at home. To me, the experience at home is better anyway. Lines are shorter to the bathroom. The place is much cleaner. I don't care what.
Have a little Kenyan sitting in there like, man, move. I got 30 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? So, but again, that's not to say that the stadium experience won't mean something great to somebody else.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I said everything that I'm saying about my experience at the stadium is just my perspective.
Yeah.
Not hating on it, but apparently there are a lot of people who feel like I feel.
Yeah.
And so it's not unwarranted. It's not unfounded.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why I wasn't so high on expectations for the stadium, because whatever the expectation was is going to be coming in less than. You're going to get the chance. You're going to walk up on it like, oh, snap, this is what to happen. But it's like other life experiences that I'm not going to mention. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to do that. And then you do it, you're like,
that was all right.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. This is what it was about. It's like, so when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about I always said, what's the product inside? That's what I worried about, the product inside. They're going to give you jerseys. They're going to give you the stadium. They're going to give you this. They're going to give you that. All these promises. But one thing matters, and that's that trophy. That's why I say it every time. The trophy matters. Yeah. Where they do it, I don't care if they're at LaSalle Park. I don't care if they're at Canal Side, Riverworks. I don't care if they got to stay in the area because we need the money. But it's going to be the same team, like you said, whether it's 10 years down the line when Josh Allen's still here or not. I'm going to be the same person. Probably more invigorated because now we got to worry about how we're going to build a team again.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, when you look at the stadium, it's like, okay, it's cool. It's a building. It's nice. We went through this with the airport. We went through this with other renovations they did. You're like, oh, Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It still does what it did before. It just looks different.
Right. Now, here's the other part, not other part, but here's the part where I think I hope people take this the right way, because I'm saying this for the sake of information and to make a separate point, not for the sake of hating on a particular person. Okay, so be mindful of that when I say what I'm about to say. Just saying.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'm
gonna say it again.
Stay with me now.
I have no choice.
Okay. Schmitty sent me a video the other day. And it's a video of two gentlemen who were involved in the negotiation process of where they were going to put the new stadium and how much it was going to cost, all that kind of stuff, right? So they were part of the negotiation process between the state and Terry Pegula. And one of the things that came out that I feel everybody needs to know first and foremost is Terry Pegula was very adamant about keeping the stadium here, keeping the Bills here, right? They made that clear. Like, instead of going to look at other areas and compiling the data and kind of laying all the options out on the table, he said, nope, figure out a way to make it stay here. Keep the stadium here. I don't care where you have to put the stadium. Figure it out in the negotiations with the state to make sure that wherever the stadium is built, it's built in New York State. It's built here in Western New York, right? So big ups to Terry Pegula for that, right? He's been faithful to his word in terms of keeping the Bills here. Thank you for that. However, it also came out in that same video that Terry Pegula favors the Sabres more than he favors the Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, for sure.
By a lot, to the degree that he scouts. He scouts hockey.
He's not a football fan.
Right. Okay. Now, here's why that matters. Did you know that the Sabres annually lose about $30 to $40 million a year?
I know the deficit. I know that much. That's
okay.
part I do know. Yep.
Even past all of the needs that the KeyBank Arena has at this point in time, it needs to be refurbished, rebuilt, however they're going to do it. Something needs to happen in there because it's broke, right? Even before you even get to those problems, the team is still losing $30 to $40 million every single year. Right? Now, Terry hasn't complained about that or anything else about the Bills. He hasn't complained publicly about any of it, right? But when you consider the personal seat licenses, the negotiation of New York State and the Bills, or I'm sorry, the Western New York area giving up the highest amount of money that fans have been asked to pay, or the state or the county has been asked to pay for any NFL team in NFL history, in $850 million. When you factor that in with the PSLs, with the cost that's going on now in the stadium, $25 for 5 wings, $60 for a t-shirt, all that kind of stuff. When you factor all that in, that doesn't come across as somebody who has the same kind of love for the Bills and football that Terry Pegula has for the Sabres. First and foremost, NFL teams don't lose money. They just don't. They print money.
Yeah.
Right? So Terry Pegula wouldn't even have a reason to complain about that anyway. Right? Now, again, like I said, he's been faithful to his word. He kept the Bills here. I think everybody's thankful for that. Right? But when you factor in all of this stuff and then you realize the man is losing 30 to 40 million on a franchise, on a hockey franchise that's valuated at $1 billion right now, which the Sabres are. that kind of changes the tint of the picture, so to speak. And it makes it look like, man, this guy's got passion for a hockey team that's losing money like crazy. And he's over there like emotionally, mentally, financially invested in keeping it. Like, hockey games are affordable. Season tickets for hockey games are generally affordable. People come to the arena here because it's affordable. They used to do the same thing with the Bills. That's not going to be the case anymore. We may have a situation where there's nothing but Bills fans in this stadium because maybe people from Canada who are not diehards and will just pay whatever it takes to go to a game may decide, I can't really afford that right now. Right? Mm-hmm. Whereas hockey is still generally affordable. Now, whether or not that's a condition of the state of the league or the state of the franchise or whatever you want to use to justify that, it still stands to reason that this man is okay with losing $30 to $40 million on a franchise that's valuated at $1 billion.
Well, yeah, he's using the Bills to offset the losses of the Sabres. Now, the thing about the Sabres for him, that's like the hobby. It's like that's like the what do you call it, the model train set that you just sit there and you play with all day because that's what you really love. And I think that was pushed across. We knew that when he first took over the Bills. You know, when he bought the Sabres and everybody, were you going to buy the Bills next season? No, I don't. Why would I do that? You know, right. He's like, what the hell is a Bill? Oh, the football team down the road. Okay, they got an owner. They're fine. They don't have an owner. My Sabres fans love them too. Okay, they're worth what? Oh, they're worth money as well, huh? And the NFL, they pay what? Oh, you know, and then it snowballs from there. But you know, I would have put all my money on the fact that he loved the Sabres. We knew that, you know, that he jumped at the chance to pay. He was not going to lose the Sabres. That was his team. And the Bills are just the afterthought that, you know, had Trump had more money, had Bon Jovi had more money, they probably would have had the team.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, and you've done an amazing job of being objective here and being really nice towards the Bills, and I commend you for that because I feel like I'm just being super negative, right? Yeah, pat yourself on the back. But I think what kind of makes all of that seem disingenuous, I think is a better way to say it, is you're using the team that I'm most passionate about. Like, I don't even really follow hockey like that unless the Sabres are, you know, in the playoffs and in the Stanley Cup finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, during the regular, I could care less. It's too many games, and I'm not a hockey fan, right? For better or worse. I don't watch basketball like that. Like, I'll watch the playoffs, but like, football is my thing, right? Do I want an owner using the thing that I'm passionate about to fund his passion, right? Do I want him using something that I'm passionate about that he's not to fund the thing that he actually is passionate about? And in turn, what happens is the thing that I'm passionate about doesn't get the attention that I feel it should get. And whether that's a bias because I'm passionate about it or not, the nature of being a fan of a team constitutes a bias, right? I want this thing to be the focus. I want this thing, whatever it is, to be great. I want this thing to get all of the funding and the attention and the cool stuff that makes it an even better experience for me, right? What's going to be interesting going forward is going to be seeing how Terry Pegula invests in what the Sabres are going to do with KeyBank Arena, how they're gonna you know, figure out ways to stop the hemorrhaging of $30 to $40 million a season, because that's going to tell me a lot about the way that he evaluates his passion, or how can I say that? It's going to tell a lot about his valuation of both franchises from a passion standpoint, because right now it does seem like you're willing to take a hit for the Sabres, but you're not willing to take a hit for the Bills. That's what it comes across as to me, just based off of the behavior, the pricing, the actions that we have at hand in front of us, that we can that's really the only information we have to go by. Nobody's been able to sit Terry down and get an honest, objective answer from him on, how he thinks about all this process. Does he really care that Bills fans are having to, get a second mortgage just to afford season tickets?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. To Laura's question, she said there was 50. Well, I didn't want to cut you off, but there's 51,000 people in the stadium Saturday. They sold that many. Yeah, they sold as of right now 54,628 PSLs. So they actually have effectively sold out all of the season tickets allotment for the 26th season. Yeah, I mean, I think for your point, the passion is there. I just know how wealthy business works. It's an asset. People don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
he's a real estate dude. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, for me, hey, you kept the team here. Check. They are viable. Check. I mean, I like it goes into what I always say. I don't care about him any further than the football team. Honestly, I don't care about him, and I say that as callous as I do. I care about him as much as he cares about me, because he don't know who I am, and I know who he is. He's a leg up. But my product on the field is there. You installed Brandon Bean to get us over the hump. I expect it to happen. You got rid of Sean McDermott because he couldn't get us over the hump. I expect it to happen. See, the way I work with him is transactional. I don't give any cares about anything else besides getting over the hump. And if you're going to put us in a position to do it, more power to you. I don't care what you got to do. If you want to funnel all the money, the excess money to them, cool. But I know my team better be over the hump as a result of all the stuff that you've done so far. Because the stadium is nothing if we go to the divisional round again and lose. That just means the stadium's going to sit there for another, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Unused.
Yeah.
Still being paid for by us.
Right. At least let something happen in there.
Exactly. Walter says, I'm going to be honest. I don't see the issue, especially if we're keeping things Buffalo centric and not Buffalo focused. Excuse me. You just explained that Pegula is investing more in trying to fix his loser. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
No.
What I said was he's showing us through his actions that he can tolerate losing $30 to $40 million a season on a team that he's passionate about. Whereas with the Buffalo Bills, a franchise that basically has printed money even through the drought, he's charging PSLs. He's charging what he's charging in the stadium. He got the upfront money that he did from the state, $850 million, the largest amount any state has ever given to a NFL franchise to build a stadium in NFL history. Those three indicators tell me this is not about Buffalo. This is about him mitigating his own cost. And look, I'll be the first person to say, if I was in his shoes and I made the money the way that I made it, it's my money. I'm gonna spend it how I want to spend it. More power to him. But don't be an owner then in a city that has the kind of connection with the franchise that it has. Mm-hmm. Like, the Bills are family to us. You know what I'm saying? The Bills are a cousin or a niece or an aunt to us.
I like my cousin Jahan.
Definitely not. And so when we're all thinking about the franchise like that, and then we get all of these different actions that create a divider between us, that hurts. It hurts. And it's not a hurt as in, we're going to sit there and cry about it, but it's like, damn, I invested all this time, energy, money, my kids love this now because I got them into it. And now we can't carry the same tradition that we used to carry. Like, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? And then I have to just swallow the fact that it's your money and you're going to spend it how you want. Meanwhile, you losing $30 to $40 million over here. You take it. You okay with taking a hit over there. That ain't no problem. But you got to hit me up, though, on a franchise that prints money. Like, it would. And I guess the point I'm trying to make for those of you who are not connecting what I'm saying, it would make more sense if Terry Pegula did what he's doing with the Bills now with the Sabres. Because the justification would be, this franchise is worth $1 billion and I'm losing money with it. So in order to stop losing money, I'm going to charge more. I'm going to build a new facility with better amenities that are for a different target demographic. I'm going to increase the prices of paraphernalia. I'm going to change the networks and the people that I'm connected to other networks that are bigger and actually target the demographic that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think I would have a easy time though if he took the money and offset for the arena downtown in order to bring concerts in, to bring events in,
yes,
stuff like that. So I don't know what the plan is for the arena for the Sabres or for the Chris Brown and Usher concert or some of these other concerts we miss out on because we don't have the capacity or whatever the case may be. They just don't want to come or we can't recruit them. It's been forever and a day since we had a monster truck in the odd, I'll say. And it's just, you got to figure out how to multi-purpose things. The stadium downtown or the stadium in Orchard Park is just for one thing. That's all it's going to be for a while. People talk about concerts and stuff like that. They're not going to do that until probably phase 2 or 3 of this thing. And we're in phase 1, which is the first season of football, what it was built for. To Joey, I actually have no fear about this. You better hope a lot more people come forward with a lot more money for them PSLs or nobody will be watching on TV. It will, because they outlawed the blackout rule in 2015. So they can't black out games in regional markets anymore, even if it's not 85% sold out.
And that's mostly because of the commitment to the streaming services that they knew was coming down the pike.
Yeah. So they're not going to black out the things. And we have Russ Salvatore anyway.
Yeah, that'll happen. Him and his baby blue Bentley.
Yeah.
That thing is nice.
I know. I hate that he has you seen his Porsche? It's got I won't say the license plate, but it's hilarious.
No, you have to tell me about it after the show.
I will.
All right. Sam, thank you for clearing this up. He says that's what I meant by by get what you pay for, targeted demographic. That adds a lot more context to what you said. Thank you for that. And it does make sense. Like if and I guess in a sense you're kind of saying that from Terry Pegula's standpoint. He's going to get the target demographic that he's paying for. He's doing all of this for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get to Walter's comment here. It says, thanks for clarifying as I misunderstood, but I still don't see the problem. Him willing to take a loss to fix a loser is admirable, not something to point at as a problem. I'm looking. So here's one of my flaws, and maybe it's not a flaw because it saves me time and energy on deciding what to invest in and what not to. I'm able to extrapolate things and think several steps ahead of a current situation to give myself an idea of the value of the thing I'm engaging myself into. Is this worth my time and energy? Is it not? Right? And as a fan, I have to take the same approach. And I'm not saying that any of this is going to cause me to not be a fan. To be quite honest, the stadium experience means nothing to me because I don't really go to. He all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One more time. 6, 4,
6, 7. Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, thank you. My guy is keeping us on time.
He's like, yo, fam.
You better hurry up. You better hurry up. Hey, wrap it up, son.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
We got to put that music in this machine here.
Just so you guys know, we still got about 45 minutes to go.
Yeah.
But young man over here is like, yo,
6:47. Y'all better get a move on. No, that's my son. He keeps people on point all the way.
But
yeah. So my point is, it even with me not being a fan of the stadium experience in general, because I like the television experience, I like being at home. I still feel for those people who are experiencing the separation anxiety from the team.
Mm-hmm.
We talk to people like that all the time. People who are rabid fans that might not get to be rabid fans anymore. Or I should say it like this, because they can still be rabid fans, but they won't get to express it the way that they have before. And I guess the equivalent of this would be not being able to express love the way that you want. Imagine having a partner that hardened themselves to your expression of love, or walled themselves off and in a way that kind of stops you from being able to communicate the way you want, or to love them the way that you want, or to experience each other the way that you want. That's a painful feeling, and I think everybody can relate to that in some way, shape, or form. That's what the fans that are upset with this are going through, and all I'm doing is sympathizing and empathizing with that, because that's not fun in any walk of life. So I don't think it's okay to just be insensitive to that and say, well, it doesn't matter, or it's not a big deal. No, it is to the people who care about it, So I'm just trying to be mindful of all of that, and I think that is kind of a different direction from how this show has been naturally, where we're very blunt and to the point, and we're irrespective of people's opinions on how they feel things are going. Well, these are the facts.
You're doing very good with this one, because I'm still like,
I don't care.
Like, just give me my team, make them win.
Right, right.
Who said somebody was the? I had one. The Bills. No. Okay. Somebody said the Braves in the NBA making a return to Buffalo would solve a lot of this. Well, yeah, but you would have to get somebody to actually go to the games. I don't think Buffalo's got the want as a city.
No
basketball player. I'm not going to oppose you. I would love to go to a Buffalo Braves game, a Buffalo whatever game it is.
Yeah.
That'd be hella sweet. As you know, I wanted. Laura knows I want us to get a WNBA team in Buffalo because Cleveland just got one, Toronto just got one, so I know I'm screwed. But until those two guys, I was like, oh
no, that might mean we might get one though.
It could, but I'm like, oh, this is our shot to do something else.
Yeah,
we got the ABA team that I bet nobody who knows about the Buffalo Extreme. Anybody? Exactly.
What was that?
The ABA team we have in Buffalo.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah, that's my point. We won a basketball team, but nobody knows about it. They play in an arena that only holds like 250 people. And why is that? Because when they were the Rapids, when they were the Silverbacks, they played in ECC Civic Interest Center. They played at Park School, and they couldn't fill it out because nobody knew.
Wow.
So we've had a team, a basketball team in Buffalo that was good. This year, they were like ranked 9th in the nation. In the nation, out of 170 teams in the ABA, 9th.
Man.
I mean, they're unstoppable. I took Ken to a game, and I mean, you're talking about 180 points they put up on whoever they played. It's ridiculous. And they got Javon McCray that used to play at UB. They got other guys that played around the area. Nice team. They shoot the lights out, play defense. It's fun, it's action packed, but nobody goes except for the people that know about it. Now, if they kept selling out, and the first time I went, I tried to get into the first game, and they turned us away because they sold it out. They sell them out, but like I said, it's only 100 people or whatever can get in. Yeah. So when you think about we should get a basketball team, we got to first push to say, we got to get these ABA teams on a higher scale, because by doing that, now you'll show somebody that's got money, they really want a basketball team, and I can make some money off a basketball team in Buffalo. When you have teams obscure like that, you went to one of them a long time ago with me. I took you to a ABA game at Canisius, and the fun time, good time. But when people don't show up and don't force a demand for it, and then you're never going to get. And now, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clarks and Olivia Miles and all these guys, now they're putting up 15, 16,000 people in the stadium. I'm like, shoot, how are we going to do that in Buffalo? Do I trust my city to do that? I don't. I would love to say we have a team. I would love to say we have an MLB team here. I would love to say we have some kind of soccer team of note, something that, bigger than, but I just don't see the turnout as they would need to see as an investor in the city to bring a major team in. So yeah, I will never ever sit here and say I don't want an NBA team, because the hell I don't. I would love to. 82 games or 41 games of my sport, but alas, I mean, UB, they're still playing in front of 3,000 people, if that. And that's the arena holds 4,000, 3,000 people, and they don't even fill that up. That's our college basketball, mid-major, Division 1A. Some of those guys actually go pro and play in the summer leagues and stuff like that, and they still don't turn out. So it's tough to make that kind of sell. But yeah, I mean, to the point here, somebody had a point here. Oh, wait, it was Joey somewhere. Basically, Joey said Do we listen to Bean and Pagula? They said they want to keep kicking at the door. They don't really want to do much else. Which, here it is. They said you don't listen to Brandon Bean and Pagula much, do you? They said they're happy to go to the championship game every year and kick the door and then losing, knowing that they have Josh Allen in the scrap. I told you, but I told you guys that. This was last year. I said stop saying as long as we have Josh Allen, we have a chance. We know, especially being in the AFC East.
The problem with that is now Josh is saying it.
Did you see? Did you look it up? Because there's somebody SDB. He put in here a report. Josh Allen's power dynamic is causing frustration inside the Bills coaching staff. Per the Athletic, Mike Sando. What's this nonsense? I haven't heard. This is the first. I don't have a good thought on this, but that's crazy because you just got the job. You got the job because of Josh. About time he says, you know what? This is my team. If that's what he's saying. About time. And he's saying you better get your ish together. About time. They said I demand more. It's about time. Because that passive-aggressive crap we heard before, he might have been doing it, but it wasn't working. And now that McDermott's going, he's like, I'm the head honcho. I hope. Because it's about time. Because it takes somebody to hold Bean's foot to the fire. It takes somebody to hold Bagula's foot to the fire. So you know what? Okay. You showed me how much power I have by getting rid of a coach that I cried for. And I wasn't even crying for him. You showed me what I do for this team.
Yeah.
And now it's about time that you ante up. I don't want no more excuses. I don't want no more punchlines. I don't want no more of these publicity stunts and stuff like that. I don't want it. I love my guys, but I want more. I demand more. I've given you 9 years of my body. I've given you 9 years of all I got. And if you want 9 more years out of me, it's about time that you ante up. And you better damn well kick in that door. I better see some headway because all I hear is a bunch of lip service. That's all I hear. And it's about time that he says, you know what? I am somebody. Jesse Jackson. You looking for it?
Looking for what?
Oh, no, I know what you were looking at.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to some people I know to see if that's really going on.
You mean Mike Sando don't know everything?
I'm not saying that.
I don't know who he is.
I just want to confirm it, because you know what people are going to say. Oh, well, who cares what Sando says? He's only one person.
Mike Sando, I don't even know where you are right now.
Some people are only going to accept what's being said when it's a million people standing in front of them saying it. And even at that point, if they really don't want to accept it, they just won't.
I'm accepting it because I want that to be what's happening.
Yeah. What's going on, Albert? Been a member for 10 months. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much, bro. How you been? Okay, so now let's talk some ball stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I got that pass. You got to have one of those every time.
Congratulations.
Right.
So, Connor McGovern during practice pulled up limp. He was running, during a play, which should have been over a while, before that point. But he pulled up lame and starts limping off the field. From everything that they're saying and not saying right now, the indications. I'll say this: I believe the indications to be serious, right? Because first and foremost, these players don't play on grass,
right?
And if I'm not mistaken, St. John Fisher, where they practice at, is not where they do training camp is not grass either. Is it? I could be wrong. Is it?
I'll look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find that out. But I do know in the state, and this was something that Joe Brady said in his interview after the practice. He wanted to get the guys in there to get them used to being in the stadium, being on that field, to get the feel up under their belt, so that once they start practicing regularly in there, it's not going to be the focus, or the attention is not going to be on the newness of it all, right? Are you concerned at all that this transition to a grass field could potentially result in more of this same thing with our players getting used to playing on a grass field when most of their experience in Buffalo, for at least the last 5 years, I don't think anybody other than Deion Dawkins and maybe Spencer Brown and Josh Allen have been on the team more than 5 years. maybe Rousseau.
Am I concerned about them playing on grass? No. No, because I think that they just have to get acclimated to, the actual surface. They have enough time. Grass is more forgiving on your knees. It's better for your joints. Now, I heard thigh doctors say that natural grass will give you is more of a tendency to pull the soft tissue, mostly like your hamstring and stuff like calves. But I think if the vaunted training staff that we have is what they say they are, they'll figure this out. They'll work their magic and get them prepared for week 1. Because they do play on grass, when they go away at times anyway. So it's not like they never played on grass before. It's just the acclimation phase of getting to do it every week at home, as well as when they go to certain fields that do have it. Now, yes. So
really quick, while you pull that stuff up, shout out to Sean Kula. Thank you very much for becoming a member, bro. Welcome to the Inner Circle family. Now we will get you. If you hit me up in the email in the description of the video, I'll send you a link ASAP of the Discord chat, so you can get in there and get access to that. Unfortunately, the Post Podium Podcast Fantasy Football League has already started. But there's other, perks and stuff like that for you to get involved in. So definitely hit me up and I'll get you that.
Yeah. Omnigrass is durable grass-like polypropylene fiber, synthetic turf. So no, it's not actual grass.
Okay. So it's like a tweener.
They liken it to the golf greens and tee, tennis courts.
But that's still gonna.
It's not grass, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not turf either, and I think that. So the downside of turf is ACLs, MCLs.
It's grippy, actually, really grippy.
Right, and that works well for what you would want in a passing game.
Yeah, for speed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you go away from that is you're trying to protect the player's, knees and all that kind of stuff, right?
Is he trying to set me off right here? Can't do it. I can't do it. Don't forget Reed Ferguson, huh? The tight end extravaganza.
I'm getting the button ready.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, what's wrong with Reed Ferguson? Shouldn't he be considered?
He's the longest tenured Bill, I think, isn't he? Yeah.
I mean,
there's a reason for it.
He's the heart of the team.
He just keeps staying in the parking lot. He never walks away. They tell him he's cut. He's like, I can't be cut. He just stands there.
You could say that he's part of the reason we even got here.
I think so. You ain't gonna incite me today. You're not getting me today. He's a major contributor.
I mean, is he not?
He's a core special teamer.
Like, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have their jobs on the Bills if it wasn't for Reed Ferguson.
That's true. It's true. It's true. Reed Ferguson, you're right. You're right. Yep. He was a Pro Bowler, I think, at one point. Yeah. Pro Bowl long snapper.
No, tight end. Tight end.
That's right.
Like, you gotta get your facts straight.
You're right. I gotta do my research. I
don't know what's going on with you right now.
I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up.
Kind of tense. You need to calm down. Take a swig. I hope that's water.
It's gonna be today.
Shout out to Bodega Cat 200 jewels. Appreciate that, bro. I still don't know what jewels are for, but thank you very much for those. What was that? What did I want to get to? What were you saying before you were interrupted by the Reed Ferguson?
We were talking about Bodega tried to get me nice. Said Reed never messed up a long snap. Ferguson disrespect would not be tolerated. Point taken. All right, fine. I retract my stance on Reed Ferguson. No, we were talking about the turf at St. John Fisher. But no, you had the floor on that one. So I think,
what? You gonna do what? Why is there a plot against me?
Yes, I don't know. But
what did I do?
You started to Reed Ferguson chatter, so yeah.
I'm still trying to understand what did I do to J Ham? What did I do?
Protect your neck.
Yeah, I did, man.
I mean, if they try to jump you before 7:30, I got you. But after 7:30, I got it.
You're gonna be too busy laughing. You don't give a damn if they jump me or not.
Yo, Albert big as hell.
You're gonna be
Never
like,
mind.
Fight back,
Like-
bro.
Like, run, ball up.
Something.
Ooh, I ain't never seen that movie. I never seen executed before.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no. So okay. So what were the what did you notice on the field? This is what I want to know about. Everybody wants to know about the stadium. I want to know about. So what did you notice? Like what was eye popping? We know, there wasn't a lot of pass rush. We know, James Cook probably popped one off because there was no real defense, in that regard, because they don't want to tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice anything interesting in the fronts? Did they run more of a?
I got to be honest. I didn't watch a ton of the practice, but when I was sitting there, when we went to go find our seats and sitting down and stuff like that, I did notice the pass rush looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few times where Josh shouldn't have been able to get the pass off. The main pass, I think, that was talked about a lot today that I did notice too, was the pass to DJ Moore when he burnt the mess out of Christian Benford.
I knew you're gonna make a point to say that
on that pass.
Yeah.
And look, it wasn't just DJ Moore that burned him.
My notification's going off.
I'm hearing already. I'm hearing like
when I heard that. Too.
Like it's like Keon Coleman burnt Benford already. You know what I mean? So and that's a lot of what I saw.
That's a lot of what you saw.
That's a lot of what. No, I'm just piling on now.
Oh, I'm turning my notifications off. I'm getting Discord off my phone tonight.
No. I mean, look, the defense looked fast, and it looked hard for the offense to execute what they wanted to execute, and I think that's all we want this season is for that to happen on defense. Just be fast and make it hard for the offense to execute what they're trying to execute. And if you can do that in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, where everybody's really not going full bore, like speed wise, everybody was running for real, but they're not playing to hit, or they're not playing to smack the ball away or nothing like that. It's all kind of let the receiver catch the ball, unless you got a clean path to smack it down, because you don't want to end up in a tumble on the field or anything like that and risk injury, right? So defenders are going to play that a little bit differently in coverage, but rush, linebacker coverage, all that kind of stuff. Even the run plays, I really only saw James Cook get off one big run play, to be honest. And I think Ray Davis came in soon after that, and when he was in, like it just they weren't just getting huge plays all over the place. Good. You know what I'm saying? That I can remember maybe 3 offhand when from my entire experience in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? And I'm judging that off of like 2 of them I saw, and the other one I was walking by the concourse, and I heard people, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's probably a play made. So I'm saying all that to say, the defense looks fast. The offense, I'm not worried about, because I truly believe that that's going to be the machine, the mechanism, the thing that carries this team to where they're going to go this year, which is the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. No. Albert said, "Do we want the pass rush to look good right now? It can mean a bad O-line coach, or maybe hurt Josh Allen's." Okay, outside of Josh Allen's leg, I don't care about none of that. I need that pass rush to be vicious, and I don't care what it means for offensive line. And if this is how I look at it, if the offensive line is bad now, put it on tape. Put it on tape right now, so the offensive line can see it, so the offensive line coach can see it, and so they can fix it. Because I don't want them going to this thing overconfident and saying, you know what, we got this, and then get smoked by who was it? Houston in week 1, where they got Caden McDonald. Because I swear for Lord, I do not want to hear how we should have taken Caden McDonald the whole time. I don't want to hear it. I don't. So if the offensive line is bad right now, fine. And also, Albert, the way I look at it too, if the defensive line gets confident, if they see they can do it, if they get that swagger to them, it's nothing but good things for us and bad things for whoever they line up against in weeks 1 through 18. There was one more.
I'll say this while you look for that. I'll say this. When you think about the defense that Jim Leonhard is putting in, it's it's an attacking style defense, but the focus is on getting to the quarterback and disrupting everything, right? Disrupting whatever can be disrupted, right? And Sean McDermott's defense was far from that. What Sean McDermott was trying to structurally design is how can I phrase this? Manufactured turnovers. He was trying to build a defense that could be consistent in manufacturing its own turnovers. And the idealism of that, or the philosophy of that, is I'm not going to try to get to the quarterback because all that does is lose yardage, right? I want the ball back. Yeah. So in order to do that, I'm going to put pressure on the quarterback, force him into uncomfortable situations, and get him to get the ball out before he wants. And now we have an opportunity for a tip or an interception or I'm saying all that to say the design wasn't to get to the quarterback and drop him. And you can see the difference now where it's like, yo, go get the quarterback. And so now the offensive line has to adjust to that style of defense and adjust to being attacked in that way. Not that they're not attacked by other teams in that way, but there's not a lot of teams in the league that are designed to do that the way the Broncos and the Texans and even the Chargers can do right now. And there are other teams that are developing the ability to do that in the AFC as well that the Bills are going to have to face this season. So all of that is to say that's going to be an advantage for our defense from the standpoint of you kind of get the impression watching practice and watching how these players are playing on defense that the scheme and the structure and the responsibilities that they had not necessarily held them back, but it limited their ability to just be fast and attack because there was so much responsibility in the rush, the design of the way that, the entire defensive line rushed. You know what I mean? You have to keep contained. You have to control this gap while you're rushing. So you're trying to push a 300-pound man in front of you back to get access to the quarterback while considering being aware of where the quarterback is, because I don't want to give up the gap. I don't want to give up an opportunity for the quarterback to scramble because that puts my secondary at risk. So I can't do that, which means I can't swim move over this guy because that's going to clear out a path. As soon as I go around to the backside of the quarterback, he can skirt out right behind his lineman and now he's gone, right? So all of that stuff plays into a player's mind when he's playing in Sean McDermott's scheme. Now it's just like they say, see ball, get ball. Right, you know what your responsibilities are on this defense. It's probably a little bit less structured and more reactive. But what I really truly enjoy about that is you're allowing the player's intuition to come into play, and that leads to the development of players that can turn into a Derwin James for you at safety, that can turn into a Fred Warner for you, that maybe they weren't that in college, but your system allows these players to become greater than they were because they're able to just use their athleticism in a way that they weren't able to before. Right.
Yeah. No, what it was going to say, who is it that said it? Sean Kula. Is anybody as mad as me as Alec Anderson started at left guard? I don't like it. I mean, be frank, I don't like it. I thought it was a lazy replacement for David Edwards. Because you bring in Austin Corbett, and then they're like, "Oh, we can put Cushionberry over there, or we could even do SVPG." No, what are we doing here? You lose a guy for $18 million or whatever he got. That tells you that somebody has some kind of value for this guy. I mean, he was pretty good.
I think Alec Anderson just stopped watching us.
I think he did too. You're gonna see our number go down to 999. Yeah, like, I thought
we were at 384, and now we
might be able to box us out now. But yeah, like it's I'm sitting there thinking like, if he won it, he won it. But I don't care about about Corbett. I don't care about Cushionberry. I don't care about anybody else that used to be a guard that now they're going to put, in that spot and be a placeholder. Because if you're telling me you signed this guy for $3 million on a restricted free agent contract, and that's all you did, I'm not happy about it. that's it. Because if you're looking at this line, you're saying who's the weak link until proven otherwise. And that's the problem. Deion Dawkins down here is still until otherwise. Now, will 70 sock you out? Yeah, probably. But it's going to draw a flag. And that's probably what they want. Could you imagine Christian Wilkins? He'd be like, no, hey, but something stupid like that. But am I willing to let it play out? Yeah, I guess I have no choice.
Right. And that's kind of the end all be all there. I mean, you have to, I guess the hope becomes at that point that the left guard can become an asset and just not a liability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even if that left guard is a liability, you have to hope that your center left tackle combination on that left side there
can bail them out.
Can bail them out. So I had an interesting thought, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
Well, I hope you're right. Sampson said Alec going to prove us wrong until Reed Adams gets the reins. Is it Reed Adams or is it the other rookie?
Jude Bowery.
I heard Bowery it might be the guy right there.
Is he competing for that spot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would be happy if he won the spot. That might be the first time. Listen, we might potentially field a team this year in which an offensive rookie literally competed and won a starting job without it being given to him. And I guess maybe you could say, Eli Armzor won the job, but I mean, guys were injured in front of him and all that kind of stuff. So maybe he gets, he gets in the back door that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to say this because I saw Kev said Benford will become a problem in coverage. When you think about the players that this team is now putting on the outside, most of the guys that they've brought in the door this season, let's not even think about the guys that were there, because most of the guys that were there, except for two guys, are pretty much gone, right? As far as like corners, just pure corners. I'm not talking about Jordan Hancock.
Right.
Pure corners. Maxwell Hairston and Christian Benford are the only holdovers, right? So everybody else, IGB, Kenai Walker, who's my guy who's the other guy we drafted?
Pride.
Yeah, Toriano Pride.
Mm-hmm.
All three of those guys are what? They're press corners, right? And when you think about the style of defense that we play, aggressive, attacking, getting after the passer, what's the number one way that people are going that and when I say people, I mean other NFL teams, other NFL offenses are going to attack our defense?
What's the way?
The quick game, right? What's the number one way to slow down the quick game? You play press.
Yeah.
You disrupt the receivers.
Somebody, yeah.
Huh?
You get your hands on somebody.
Yeah. Right? So what the next natural and logical thought process becomes after that is, okay, if this is how they're building the team and these are the players that they're bringing in the door, this must be the style of defense that they want to see. Well, when you play press, you typically don't play press zone. You play press man, right? And not that you can't play press in zone coverage, but the nature of zone coverage in general is more preventative than attacking and disruptive, right? You might see a team that plays Tampa 2. Maybe they get up and press in Tampa 2, especially if they're playing a quick pass team or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of, a team that normally plays Tampa 2, you're not really going to see a lot of press in zone, right? So my point is this. When you think about Benford in coverage and you think about everything that's being reported on Benford in camp, in practice, all that kind of stuff, he's not looking good. Whether that's a result of the talent he's going against or the responsibility that he has or the capability to do what he's being asked to do is.
I think those two are combinable.
Okay.
Yeah, responsibility and capability. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, you think about it, they're asking him to do something that he's just not averse to doing.
That screams problems in coverage. And as much as we want or have a desire to, prop up players that were propped up already before, so that we can try and maybe get more recognition for the guy, or get that guy to be in those national comparisons or in those national conversations about other great players in the NFL or with other great players in the NFL. We still have to remain objective, and we have to be real about the guys that we have and the transition that's happening in the building. This may very well be a situation for Benford where he's being asked to do something that he's not equipped to do. Mm-hmm. And what I don't want to see happen is I don't want this to be a war and a fight for, no, you still got to give him a chance. You got to do it. Like, I'll put it like this. If Benford gets on the field the first 5 weeks of the season, which is going to be a gauntlet for us, and he's getting torched, don't tell me to wait until week 8 and week 9 to see if IGB can do a little bit better.
If IGB can do better, never mind. Never mind.
Listen, I don't care if it's Kenai Walker at this point.
Yeah.
I really don't. But if you're telling me that I have to put up with Christian Benford getting torched all season long because he's the starter and has been the starter in a completely different system, you're fooling yourself.
They'll bring in. I mean, if that's the case, they're not gonna elevate. Why would they do that? They're gonna bring in an old veteran from off the free agent market that was sitting out home eating Cheerios and like, oh snap, we've heard of him before. Come on in, and the Bills are gonna glaze this dude up, and it's like, oh, it's like they signed Josh Norman, who hadn't done much before he, from Carolina until he came to Buffalo, and he still didn't do anything in Buffalo. But they're like, we know him, we're comfortable with him, he can play, and then you got to platoon him. But it's just not a comfortable spot to be. I have high hopes for it, and this is going to fall on deaf ears because you've already made our bed. Now we got to lay in it. You know what I mean? But I have high hopes for Benford because one, the way that
I'm not laughing
drafted,
at what you're saying. I'm just
I'm just
thinking about the aftermath.
Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah. Y'all said.
Right. Oh, but y'all wishing him well though. Y'all hating on him. Y'all hating on my son, but y'all wishing him well though.
I'm catching straight. I'm like, y'all ain't saying ish. But yeah, no, I think I don't know. I think Benford. I feel like it's one of those deals where we get scared and get worried, and then next thing you know, it's fine when the shots are fired. We've seen it before. To go with, I forget. I'm sorry. I think it might have been Joey who said, "Are we worried about Josh Allen throwing 4 interceptions in scrimmage?" Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Now the one that got me was Sinke. He threw it behind Josh Palmer. And do you remember who intercepted it?
Christian Benford.
No.
Oh, that's right, Damar Hamlin. I did see that one too. No, listen, the same thing happened with Christian Benford.
Okay.
Like right after the DJ Moore play happened, like 2 plays later, Christian Benford got it. But that only happened because he interfered with DJ Moore, and DJ Moore got pissed off. He's like throwing his hands up and stuff, and the ball came straight to Benford. And I'm just sitting there watching.
Plays like, man,
even in the video, the content that I was doing when I was recording, I made this look like come on, that's literally the only highlight that you will see of Christian Benford's interception career outside of the Joe Burrow interception. Every other interception that Christian Benford has looks exactly like that, where the ball just comes right to him, basically. So, my expectation of his performance is not high, but there is a level of, maybe they will do some things to accentuate what he's good at and put him in the best possible position to succeed. That's the job of every coach. So at the very least, we should expect that he won't look terrible. Because obviously, if he's getting torched in man coverage, somebody said it. Where is it? I think it was Sean. Might have been further up. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It says, what worried me about Benford is like maybe a top 12 to 15 wide receiver, and he's getting smoked. Like if that's what they're seeing in practice, then it's both a good and a bad thing, because that's going to tell the coaches, all right, these are the scenarios we can't put him in, right? What's hard about that is when you face a quarterback and an offense like the Rams, like the Lions, and some of these other offenses that have a lot of weapons that can find space in your zone and kind of force you out of zone and into man coverage and really put you in a bad spot. That's the concern, because we're going to face those times. Like, there's no question about it. In the NFL, you're going to be put in uncomfortable situations. How do you overcome that? Yeah. And in the case of Christian Benford, we have to find out if he even can overcome that, because again, the only evidence we have is in practice. And if it's happening in practice, then that means there's the potential of that happening in a game. Yeah. And we don't want to see that.
And to Wayne's point just before that, he said the last time the Bills made the Super Bowl, they played a 3-4 defense. Linebackers are the key. I mean, they had Biscuit, they had Tally, but they also had Bruce.
Yeah,
that's the equalizer. That's a great equalizer right there.
That definitely helps.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be done, but I agree that if Samta is like the uncle to TJ Parker at this point. He's you say something bad about TJ Parker, you gonna feel Samta's wrath. So I'm gonna tread lightly with that one, but what I'm not gonna tread lightly with is Reese T. I'm gonna go ahead and
it was just there. It was perfect timing. Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you guys about this drink. I'm going to prophesize this. You're going to get yourself some Reese tea. And you're going to sit there and say, damn, what took me so long? It's still summertime. You heard how hot it is at the stadium. Why would you not equip yourself with Reese tea? The sticky factor, the muggy factor, the slimy factor, it all goes away because your body feels good. Your body loves you when it does these extra things that wouldn't happen if you had regular water, $9, $10 water, if you will. But what do I know? I've never been to the stadium. I don't know if their water's good or not. I doubt it's as good as Reese tea. So do yourself a favor. Not us, not the Reese folks. Do yourself a favor. Click the link in the description below and let them know that PPP sent you for some of the good stuff. And also, if you can't click the link in the description below, that's probably because your technology's bad. Highmark High Tech. Highmark High Tech is the way to go. He'll get your button working. He'll figure out how you log into YouTube. He'll figure out all sorts of the technology needs that you may have or you may not know you have. Just keep that in the back pocket. Also, the link is in the description below. Let him know McDermott is no longer here and he can't jump ship when he joins another team.
All right. If anybody's taking bets on whether or not I'm going to be able to get this done, your time starts now. All right. We got to get out of here. That means I got 90 seconds to get the close out. If I do not get it out, whoever's betting against me wins. That's just how it is. So bear with me, everybody. I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I can. Thank you to every single person. I think we got up to like 408 today in live viewers. I'm blown away. Thank you so much to the support that we've gotten from everybody in Built in Buffalo, everybody watching us on Built in Buffalo Network, to our YouTube viewers and followers. Thank you all for joining in, and everybody that hopped into the chat, whether you know it or not, you're part of the family now. If this was your first time, you're in and there is no out. The door closed behind you and there's two big old Italian bouncers behind you that are bigger than my 6'6", 290-pound co-host here. So that should tell you you're not getting out. If you have not done so already, hit a button. I don't care what button it is. Hit a button. Hit a subscribe button, a like button, a join button. Hit a button. Make that thing go so that you can get notifications when we send notifications when all of our content comes out across the board. All right. Post Podium Podcast Fantasy League has started already, so we will be keeping everybody apprised of that. Next show that's live is going to be Friday, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you need to contact us, email is in the description of this video for whatever reason. All right. If you're interested in joining the team and helping us out, grow and all that kind of stuff, do it. This has been the Post Podium Podcast. Home of the All Truth, No Sodium Takes. I've been your co-host, Aramis.
No Jules, 40 keys. See you later.
Y'all have a great night. Gotta stop that.